Hello everyone, it's your favorite faux fur wearing Halloween spooky artist here, and welcome back my children to another video. Now besides all of the mind-numbingly terrible things that have been going on this year, there is one trend that I can get behind that I've seen rise this year, and that trend of course is thrifting. In the past year, I've seen a huge rise in creators, both big and small, that have been doing thrifting hauls, thrift flips, thrifting and reselling items for a profit. I feel like this year, thrifting has really taken off into the limelight, and as somebody who's been a huge avid thrifter literally all of my life, I'm here for it. In fact, one of my very first videos from 8 years ago is a thrift haul.
Hey guys! I went to the thrift store with my friend, and I found a windbreaker, and the best part, I found a wizard.
And today I want to invite you to join me to go to the thrift store and see what art supplies we can get and make art of whatever I can find. Oh, and you know what? Stay right there. I want to give a shout out to one of my internet buddies slash fellow creators, Jordan Shrinks. She recently created her own brand of fitness journals for 2021, and she was kind enough to send me one. I am so impressed that she herself started this company. It's full color, it has everything that I need to track my habits for 2021, and even better, like the whole goal of her company is to create livable wages for her future employees, which is such a boss thing to do. And by the way, I'm not getting paid or anything to say this, I'm just legitimately proud of her, and I think it was so nice for her to send me one. If you're interested, I will link everything down below. But yeah, it's gorgeous and great. Just wanted to give her a shout out. Now, the thrift store that I went to was actually out of town because when I googled thrift stores in my local area, this was the literal only result. And I'm not trying to get murdered here today. So I ended up going to a nearby town to check out their thrift stores. And the first one that I went to was, not gonna lie, it had a really great selection. It was very large. It had all the typical things of thrift stores, outdated appliances, records, little trinkets, glassware, cookware, a pair of shoes that I really freaking wanted, but of course they weren't my size.
These are so pretty. I love these.
And I walked around maybe about 3, 4, 5 times, not finding any art supplies whatsoever, which I kind of expected, you know, until I found this whole entire bag of crayons and art supplies for only $3. Now, when I found this bag, I was like, I have to get this right now because one, I don't know if I will find anything else on the duration of this trip, and two, there's a lot of useful art supplies in here. For example, we got some markers, a couple of pens, which will be incredible for fine lining, not one, but 2 pencils, and they're both in very good condition. In fact, I think this one is like brand new and full of lead. There's a variety of random crayons in here from like various restaurants. We got Red Lobster, Chili's, more Chili's, IHOP, random Walmart crayons, big crayons, broken triangle crayons, crayons from a brand that I'm pretty sure doesn't exist anymore. The whole gang is here. And I gotta say, whoever owned these art supplies, they took good care of them. So I'm just lucky and beyond happy that they fell into my hands. Now, not gonna lie, I was looking around very desperately for something to draw on, like some kind of a paper. I was thinking maybe I can draw on some cardboard, maybe some old books. And to be quite honest with you, I couldn't really find anything that I was gonna be able to draw on until the gods of Athens smiled down upon me, because check this out, check this out. If you're standing up, sit down for this because you are not gonna believe what I found. Okay, get ready for it. Get ready for it. Guys, I cannot believe I found this. This is a vintage 1980s sketch pad. It's standard weight, it's suitable for ink, watercolor, pastels, crayon, and pencil. You know, sometimes you like get books or whatever and it turns kind of yellow. Not this paper. This paper is in great condition. Whoever donated this, you can tell they didn't really use it that often because almost no pages out of this are ripped out. I mean, what are the odds that I would find this? And you guys know I am absolutely obsessed with vintage art supplies. So yeah, when I found this amongst like a bunch of card games and board games, I knew I had to have it. And I literally cannot believe I found this in a thrift store for only $1. What a treasure. Now, like I said earlier, I got really desperate because I didn't think I would find something to draw on. So even though I'm not gonna use it, I just bought it just in case, you know? This is cardstock. And I wouldn't even say this is cardstock. It's just like a giant thing of paper, as you can see. It's basically like printer paper that you fold into a greeting card like this. So yeah, even though I won't be probably using it, it's always good to have a backup, you know, for my YouTube videos and, you know, just in case something doesn't work out with the sketch paper, you know? Or how much was this? This was $6? Oh my God. It was actually really cool because the thrift store was completely empty. There was like no other people there. And one of the workers, she saw that I was like taking pictures, you know, to get the thumbnail. And bless her heart, she offered to take a picture to help me out. And this was the picture that she took. Shout out to you, Margaret. You are a queen. The second thrift store is actually really cool. It's a thrift store that's connected directly to the Humane Society, and every single penny that they make in profit goes directly to helping the animals, keeping them alive, feeding them, paying for their doctor bills. It's really good stuff. Now, when you walk into this thrift store, it's kind of like you took a time machine back to the 90s. Everything is vintage, wooden, and has a very specific color palette to it. You know what I mean? I guess it was just not the day to be thrifting because, again, literally nobody was in the store except for the workers. And I felt so sketchy, like walking around with my camera. At one point, I walked in and found a secret room that was full of books, so I took some footage in there. And it was so awkward because I guess the lady thought I was stealing something, so she popped in and was like, to check on me and was like, "What are you doing?" It was so awkward.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're
Were you eating in there?
Oh no.
I'm just vlogging.
Oh no, I'm just checking.
But yeah, she was cool too, and she directed me to their arts and crafts section, which I didn't find much there. But on the plus side, I did find a Bath & Body candle that's no longer in stock anymore, so that was really cool. But anyway, at this thrift store, I got really lucky because they have a school section, and in the school section, they had a variety of pencils, including these name brand pencils for only $1. And even though the packaging is a little sus, that's okay because I can always use these. So yeah, I'm very happy that I got these. So like I said earlier, I am one paranoid ass bitch. And so just in case the sketchbook didn't work out, that weird paper didn't work out, I picked up some folders. Now, I was actually needing some of these anyway to organize some stuff that I had, so it's like a double whammy. But I thought it would be really great to use some of these as a paper. Because it's tan, I can pull out shadows, highlights, just like a tone tan paper would. So yeah, I'm so glad that I found these for only $1. And this brings us to the last thing that I got. I don't know how I feel about this one, so I'm just gonna show you guys. So this is a $2 dip pen calligraphy set. Now, you thought it was a huge coincidence that I found the sketch paper. When I found the calligraphy set, I lost my shit.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I found this.
So I immediately picked it up, immediately went to the cash register and was like, okay, it's done. Game over. This is what I'm taking. And here's what's inside. We have a calligraphy practice pad, which I'm not going to be doing any kind of writing right now because I'm drawing. This is an art channel. So I'm not going to use that.
Oh, I think that's a cockroach leg, dude.
The fountain pen that it connects to and does all the fancy stuff, it's gone, and the only thing left is just this one singular calligraphy tip. But that's okay, that's cool. There's still 4 thingies of ink right here. Wrong, so wrong. The ink is completely dried up, like to the point where it's actually solidified. So that alone just like shattered my little dark heart. But I am gonna try to do some like Hogwarts wizardry and add a little bit of water to the tubes and see if maybe I could like activate it. It also came with 2 pens. I don't know where the other one's at. I think it might have rolled out at some point. And it also came with 2 stacks of envelopes. So yeah, I don't know if it was worth the $2, but I went ahead and purchased it anyway and see if, you know, we can make something happen out of this. So yeah, that's all the stuff that I got, and let's see if we can revive this right now. To be quite honest with you, it looks like this has actually never been used before. And the reason I say that is because the tape, besides the little cut that I just put in earlier, the tape is completely undisturbed. It's completely brand new. All right, so I'm gonna put some water in each individual ink tube and we'll see if we can activate it that way. Man, I wish I had an eyedropper because that would make this infinitely easier. Since these bottles are so old and warped, they don't stand up on their own, so I'm just gonna put it in this eraser. And so while that's happening, I'm gonna work on my first set of drawing. So if you can't tell, I'm in the Halloween mood since like July. And today I'm gonna draw the Bride of Frankenstein. So iconic. For this first drawing, I'm only gonna use the art supplies from the first thrift store. Of course, the second thrift store stuff for the second drawing. Okay, so here is my quick little sketch just to get down some of the proportions and shadows and everything. And I gotta say, I am obsessed with this vintage paper. I don't know how else to describe it other than it feels vintage. It kind of has like a crisp feel to it, kind of like an old book. Although one thing I'm not very happy with is how the paper isn't removable. Like it doesn't have the pre-cut tears to it, so you have to just kind of rip it out, you know? But yeah, other than that, I love this paper. Here's the first little study that I did. It took maybe about 40 minutes to do. It was a little frustrating that I wasn't able to blend or anything because there wasn't a white, and the only black crayon was like a washable one, so the pigment really wasn't as precise as I wanted to be, but it's cute. I'm glad that I got to put these crayons to use. It's always nice to do a little warm-up sketch before we get to the big boy. Okay, so it's been about 3 hours, and let's check out the world's most ghetto inkwells in existence are doing. Okay, let's start off with the black. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, okay, moment of truth. I am absolutely stunned by the colors right now. I can't believe how lucky I was to have found this at a thrift store. Talk about how one man's trash is another one's treasure. So exciting. Well, there you have it, guys. All the art supplies that I found at the thrift store. If you guys are interested in more cheap art supply stuff, I'll leave a broke artist playlist down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll leave all my socials, including my TikTok, down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching. I had a great time, and I will see you next video. Bye.